Very good morning to all the students. Today, chapter 5 on motivation. Okay, learning outcome. What is the definition? Theory X and Y, Maslow hierarchy theory, Herzberg two-factor model, expectancy theory, equity theory, reinforcement theory. Okay, what is motivation? Process that initiates, guides, and maintains goal-oriented behaviors. It is the driving force behind human action. Organizational productivity declines when employees are not motivated to fulfill the organization objectives. Motivation comes from what? Motive. The motive. The original meaning of the word motive deals with movement. So from what movement? From motive you call it movement. From movement is central to motivation. So the key word here is motive lah. From the word motive, then you have this motivation. Movement and motivation. So this is the definition. Let's go in detail because they have the notes in. Okay, motivation by theory X. One theory lah, we call it theory X lah. Managers tend to take a pessimistic view of their people and assume that they are naturally unmotivated and dislike work. So it's natural lah. Nobody want to work. Everybody want to sleep at home. Hope somebody feed you. You tell me any one of you like to work or not? You ask yourself. I don't think so. I also don't like to work. If I can sleep, stay, relax at home, and the food is on my table for me and my family, what should I work? You're going to use, if you work as a laborer, you have to use all your hands and feet and your body to work. You work in the office, you don't have to use your physical, but you have to use your brain to think. You have to come across a lot of problems to solve. That is what this work is about. So who want to work? Nobody want to work. So in theory, nobody like to work. That's for sure. Well, there's some people, one or two, they said, no, I like to work. Your theory is wrong. It's true also, because in every theory, there's always a exceptional to the general rule. What do you mean exceptional to general rule? A general rule, in theory, said everybody does not like to work. But there's always an exceptional lah. One or two will like to work. So we're talking about majority now. We're not talking about 100%. Yeah. So that's how I argue the point. Performance appraisal and remuneration are usually based on tangible results, such as sales figure, and used to control staff and keep tabs on them. So one of the motivation, like in this situation, theory X says, example here, you are a salesman of a company, selling car lah, very simple, selling car. So the manager will tell you, if you sell car 5 a month, example lah, you get salary plus bonus of 2,000, let's say lah. You sell 10 car a month, you have your basic salary plus 10,000 bonus. This we call it remuneration based on tangible result. To make you motivate to sell more car, to work harder, they give you extra bonus besides your basic salary. So they call it performance appraisal on remuneration. The money just now is a remuneration lah. Performance is the number of car you sell lah. Simple as that. Because if I don't explain example, you also don't understand what this is all about. When you read there, performance appraisal and remuneration, apa benda tu? Managers are more authoritarian and actively intervene to get things done. So like this just now, the manager is very authoritarian lah. You want to get thing done. You want to sell maybe 50 a car a month. So now each salesperson, they give you target. You sell 5 a car, you get X bonus. You have more car, you have more bonus. Yeah. So this is what we call it, the authoritarian. Okay, so the managers is the one who's going to motivate you. In this situation just now, they use money lah, remuneration to motivate you because you need to get this thing done. The company said you must sell 50 cars a month, so you have to motivate the salesperson. You have 10 salesperson, how he to motivate them to achieve to sell 50 cars a month. One of them just now by remuneration, money term, giving bonus, etc. I made a come across one is a real story lah. A salesperson from Honda company in Seremban. The company say if you can sell a car 1 month more than 10, 10 is expected, but it sell more than 10. So at the end of the year, I will give you free trip, makan angin, free trip to Australia, and he achieved it. One Indian salesman, so he got free trip to Australia with his family at the end of the year. So this is what you call it, motivation, and it's done with the authority of the manager to motivate. The company does not really involved in the daily operation. Have many several tiers of manager and supervisors to oversee the direct workers. Here, let's say if we're talking about in a factory, yeah, production of furniture lah. For the furniture, you have manager, you have supervisor, you have the workers. So if they want to produce 500 furniture a month, so now to motivate so many tiers. Tiers mean level lah, manager level, supervision level, workers level, technician level. All these we call it tiers. Yeah, seperti itu. So the manager just now who have the authority need to motivate every level of this tiers of people working to achieve, let's say, the furniture 500 pieces of furniture a month. So it can be different type of what you call it, motivation lah. Just now motivation to sell the product. This one, this theory to produce the product. But still can be done how the manager want to motivate them. At the end of the day, what they said is just you need to give them extra money to produce what you need to achieve better performance. Because why money is become very important to achieve better performance? There's no other than money that you need in your daily life. Do you need anything else? Nothing. You just need money. With money, you can get everything. Theory Y, and there's another theory. Managers have an optimistic, positive opinion of the people, and they use decentralized participate management style. Okay. This another theory. They decentralize. What is mean decentralized? Let's say now, car factory in Malaysia, they want to sell car. They have branches all over the country. They have in Seremban, they have in Kuala Lumpur, they have in Ipoh, in Sabah, Sarawak. So they control from Kuala Lumpur, from the headquarters. That one we call it centralized management style. Opposite is decentralized. Decentralized now, the headquarters does not manage the branches. The boss in Kuala Lumpur, the headquarters, the CEO, will leave the manager in each branch to manage and their whole operation on their own. So this type of management we call it decentralized management, decentralized participative management style. So the branch does not control the management. The Kuala Lumpur headquarters does not control the management of the branch. It managed independently by the branch manager. So that type of management or theory, we call it theory Y. The first one, when they control from the headquarters, the central, that one we call it under theory X. Yeah. Organization also give employers frequent opportunity for promotion. So this one ada because they are independent in the branch level. So the manager or the person in charge in the branch will also can give opportunity for promotion of their work at that level. Yeah? So encourage a more collaborative, trust-based relationship between managers and the team members. Here, because of decentralized, it managed by the branch by itself, so the encourage more collaborative among the branch staff with the managers and all the people down there, because they are not involved in the centralized, the headquarters are not involved in their management, so they are only management involved by the branch level only. Workers are happy to work on their own initiative. Some in this theory, why it says through this management style, the workers are more happy because they work like a family in the branch there. Like everything have to control through the centralized management style. So there are two types of theory, which is theory X is more centralized style of management, and theory Y, which is decentralized style of management. Yeah. So as the topic we are talking about is motivation, there are two type of way of motivate, theory X and Y, which is theory X is centralized kind of management and theory Y is decentralized kind of management. So please understand these two concepts. Maybe this thing new to you. For us is nothing, but then for exam wise, if they ask you about difference between theory X and theory Y, I already explained to you in brief just now. That's how you can answer the question. That's to be sufficient. Okay, theory X, theory Y is by this guy named Douglas McGregor. He came with this theory X and Y lah. Theory X, the assumption that employers dislike work and are lazy, dislike responsibility, and must be coerced to perform. Another one is theory X is about the theory of people don't like to work. So theory Y, assumption that employees like to work. Okay, for this McGregor, he's talking about his theory. Theory X, people don't like to work. Theory Y, people like to work. But also uh, the theory behind it is the centralized and decentralized kind of management, as I mentioned just now. Maslow, there's another guy who have his theory. The hierarchy suggests that people are motivated to fulfill basic need before moving on to other, more advanced need. So we have this Maslow pyramid hierarchy theory. As a humanist, Maslow believes that people have an inborn desire to self-actualize. That means self-actualize now, to go to the higher level of satisfaction. That is to be all they can be. A number of more basic needs must be set as the need for food, safety, love, and self-esteem. The lowest level of the pyramid. Yeah? So we have the pyramid, right? So the lowest level pyramid is made. I go straight to the pyramid lah, so that I can explain easier, because no point reading here. So this is Maslow theory. In general, simple. You can read the note. First, they said, anybody in this world, human, what is your basic need? Your basic need is the physiological need. This is Maslow hierarchy theory. Hierarchy means you see from one level to another. So what is your physiological need? Your basic need. Physiological means basic need. Basic need. Simple said basic. What you need? Food. You need to food every day to eat, right? What do you need? Every day you wake up, you need to eat. Do you look for other things first? No, you look that you want to eat. Fill your stomach first. Everybody fill your stomach, have to eat. So your basic need here, food. Second to food, what you need? Shelter. Where you want to sleep. After you eat your food, where you want to sleep, where you want to shit, all this kind of thing. Where you want to take a bath. Next, that after you take bath, what you need? You need to clothe yourself. You cannot go naked outside, right? So this is physiological, or we call it basic need. So every people, as Maslow theory put it, and it's so many years already, and today we still use this theory, and it's acceptable all over the world under motivation. That is the first level. You need this basic need or physiological need. We call it food, shelter, and clothing. Okay, the next level. What do you need? You need safety, physical safety, right? Physical safety. Okay, just now we talking about this physiological food, shelter, clothing. Other than that, also your where you want to sleep and air, all kind of thing. So the second level is safety and security need. Yeah, here call it safety. What is safety and security needs? Your health, your employment, property, family, and stability. Okay. So that means the second level, after you have your food, clothing, shelter, what you need. So you need also to take care of your health. You cannot get sick, so you need medical kind of thing. This is your second. And then you need to get yourself employed, right? Without work, without employment, how you get your food? Who's going to give you food? So you need to look for jobs. Yeah? And then you need for shelter just now. You need to buy house. No money to buy house. You need to rent house. This all under safety needs. Yeah. And then also you need family. Now you got food, shelter, everything. So you need wife, you need husband. You need to produce already. This is under your second level. And then also the stability lah of your life. That means you must get a proper job so that you can get married and rent house, all kind of thing. So next level, other than the basic need, is the safety and security need. So the next level, what you need? You need, they call here, love and belonging and needs. Or they all call it social lah. So social, what you need? Yeah? You need friendship. You need family, intimacy and connection. Yeah? So this is the other third level what you need. That means what you need friendship. You got your jobs already. You got your house already. You got your job, everything. So the next social need, now you need maybe to buy a car. You need more friends to go chit chat, to go have a coffee here and there. Sometimes people join club membership so they can go to the clubs and have coffee, can go and something. So this is we call it social connection. So that is the third level what you need, human needs, according to Maslow now. So the next needs, what you need, self-esteem needs. Yeah? Self-esteem needs confidence, achievement, respect, others, connection, needs, and individuality. So in this case, some people like to become leader here and there, so that he recognized. So the chairman of a association, chairman of a body here and there, people recognize them. So these people now feel proud. They are recognized in the society, kind of them. So that kind of thing like that, yeah. So that will be give you more self-confidence. This is human punya natural lah. They want people to recognize them, appreciate them. Yeah. So the last stop after you have all this, you have your food, you have your safety needs, you have your social needs, you have your esteem needs, and then they call it the self-actualization or self-fulfillment. So for example, like here, very simple lah, this one, people come to this level, they are very, very rich already. They don't bother about money. They will start become philanthropists. They donate here, they give all kind of donation. Like for example, good example, Bill Gates lah. Bill Gates has already reached his self-actualization needs, self-fulfillment needs. He has everything. He has food, he has car, everything. Now, to satisfy himself, he start giving donation to everybody from the money or extra money that they have. They cannot finish it. That's how he give it. That will give him self-fulfillment. This is the pyramid of human needs. You ask yourself lah. Like now you student, maybe you are now not even at the physiological needs, basic need, because maybe you're still your parent give you food kind of thing. So when do you start for this, the bottom line of the needs? When you start get out of your family, get out of your parent, and start working yourself, there where the pyramid start for you, there where your motivation of yourself such. Okay. Okay, we have another model, Herzberg two-factor model. Another theory by Herzberg. The theories argue that there are two factors that an organization can adjust to influence motivation to workplace. Now we go back to workplace. Just now we're talking about Maslow is your individual. These factors are motivators which can encourage employers to work harder. So like manager, we said just now how he encouraged the workers or the employees to work harder. Hygiene factors. This won't encourage employers to work harder, but they will cause them to become unmotivated if they are not present. For example, in a factory, if the surrounding is very dirty, yeah, the hygiene, everything is not taken care properly by by the owner of the factory, this will also demotivate people working. Next, in future, you will see lah. If you work in a factory which are very hygienic, and you work in a place is very unhygienic, whether it motivate you or not. But this theory already says that if you work in an unhygienic area, it will demotivate people from working. Okay, so there's also another theory on motivators. Hygiene factor are not present in actual job, but it's surrounding the job. I'm talking just now, surround lah, the whole area, not at the job, but the area where you do your job. Let's say in the factory, the floor area is very dirty, very slippery with so much of waste oil or kind of thing. So how do you expect you want to work? Because you work also, you worry, you slip and fall, break your leg. Yeah. The impact of motivating and hygienic factors is summarized in the following diagram. Okay. Note that you will often see motivators referred to as factors for satisfaction, and hygiene factors referred as a factor of dissatisfaction. As I said just now, you motivate people with money kind of thing, it will satisfy them. But hygiene factor, if not there, they will dissatisfy them to work. So this is the Herzberg two-factor theory lah. Poor hygiene factor decrease employee job satisfaction. Motivating factor increase job satisfaction. Straightforward what we mean. Okay. Expectancy theory, another theory. Theory of motivation is best described as process theory. Expectancy theory is more process theory. With research pioneered by Edward Tolman and continued by Victor, okay, explanation of which individuals choose one behavioral option over others. Okay. The theory states that individuals have different set of goals and can be motivated if they believe that. So this expectant theory, how to motivate people, to motivate people. Number one, there is a positive correlation between efforts and performance. We have seen just now. If you sell more, you get more bonus. Okay, simple as that. Two, favorable performance will result a desirable reward. We have already talked just now. You work in very nice office, nice environment, maybe motivate people to work harder rather than you work in a sloppy kind of environment in the office. Yeah? Third, the reward will satisfy an important need. So whatever reward, sure, it will satisfy individual needs. So in whatever situation we mentioned above. This theory provides the idea that individual motivation comes from believing they will get what they desire in a form of reward. This we talking about money just now lah. Same thing what they're saying. Although the theory is not an inclusive, well, this theory is all not inclusive. There's so many other theory. We are teaching you three theory here. Of individual motivation factors, it provides leaders with foundation on which to build better understanding of ways to motivate subordinate. So these are the basic theory lah. There's so many other theory. Expectant theory is classified as a process theory of motivation because it emphasizes individual perception of environment and subsequent interaction arising as consequence of personal expectation. I think this all already explained just now, just repeating lah. Equity theory, people known as Adams equity theory, aims to strike a balance between employee input and output of a workplace. Yeah? If the employee is able to find his or her right balance, it would lead to more productive relationship with management. So we always say that this equity, if we're talking about, in short, we call it job satisfaction. Some people, they don't looking the money, the salary they receive is one thing, but the important is they're satisfied to do the job. So if an employee work in the place, have a right balance, whatever he is working down there, satisfy what he's doing, the right, so we call it right balance of what he needs in the working. So he may produce more. It motivate by itself. This does not motivate by manager or kind of thing. So these are people, we say that, hey, your salary here is not big. You can work another factory with your specification, expertise, you get better money. They will tell you, no, 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 I am not interested about getting money more in a place. But I'm interested here to work, which is have a right balance to what he needs. He satisfied working in that environment. Even in this other place, he can get better pay. But he thought looking in that place, it not give him the right balance of what he needs. So he doesn't go to place in work in another place which a better salary, but they work stay in the place which give him the right balance. This we call it equity theory. Yeah, equity theory. It's difficult to understand, but when next time when you work, you can understand. Just learn the theory first, not to worry. Yeah. So Adam's equity theory, I already explained just now. So it's just in summary, I already explained to you. Yeah. Reinforcement theory. Reinforcement is based on the work done by B.F. Skinner. This is another theorist, B.F. Skinner. In the field of operant conditioning. The theory lies on four primary input aspect of operant conditioning from the external environment. These four input, positive reinforcement, negative reinforcement, positive punishment, and negative punishment. Okay, so this is how Skinner kind of this thing. What is positive reinforcement? Now we go to the detail. Used to increase desired behavior. It consists of making certain that positive behavior are reinforced with positive reward. Same thing, same thing we got just now. You work harder, you get bonus. Simple as that lah. That is positive lah. Negative, used to increase the desired behavior. This involves placing negative consequence on failure to perform the desired behavior. You can penalize. Let's say now you don't produce this amount, I will cut your salary by 30%. Then can be the same thing also. If this desired behavior is performed, the negative one are removed. So you can positive behavior can increase your salary, your bonus or benefit, but you can also use motivation theory to negative reinforcement. That means you don't achieve. This is your salary, 1,000, but 1 month you must produce 10 units of chair. But you produce 9 units, I'll give you only 900 ringgit, some sort of that. This we call it negative reinforcement. Also can, how you want to use in the motivation of your workers to make sure he produce just now the number of chairs that you set for them to produce based on the basic salary that you give them. You can have that in your contract, no problem. Extinction used to reduce undesirable behavior. This involves not providing any form of reinforcement for the behavior. So this theory, they work harder also you don't give, they work less so you don't give anything. So this is called extinction. Punishment used to reduce undesirable behavior. This method uses negative consequence if undesirable behavior occurs. Then again, punishment, discipline lah. The punishment is more discipline. They don't really come to office in time. Start at 9 o'clock, they come at 9:30. You can do the punishment or disciplinary action to motivate them. Because if you don't punish, then everybody will start late. Then how you going to produce your product based on your target? Okay, reinforcement theory, we already mentioned just now. This is the chart. Skinner kan, AB Skinner punya ni. Okay, in summary, for today motivation, a lot of stuff that we already teach you, not easy to understand. It's quite high-end kind of theory that you need to read further, and find out further. You can read from the notes, you can read from the book that we provide with you. Easy, you can even go to the internet. You can just internet, Google, what is theory X and Y? They will give you simple explanation. Yeah. So in summary, we have teach you all that already. My advice, if you want to know detail, read more on the notes, read more on the books that we provide you. If you're very lazy enough, try to go on the Google, get something for you to more understand. For example, uh, Herzberg two-factor model. We teach you very briefly. There's a note on that. But you go to Google and get more detail on this Herzberg or expectancy theory. They give you many kind of explanation from various kind of things. That's how I like to tell you how to for you to learn. Because we are teaching, you are learning. We are teaching, you are learning. But we teach, you just listen, you don't learn anything, make no sense. It doesn't work. So important is for you to learn what we teach. Teaching for us is nothing, just teach you what we have. But whether you understand or not, whether you understand or not, whether you learn or not. Because it's for you, not for us. Don't understand, can ask further in the class. But there are many ways for you to get more understanding now. You can go to the internet, you can look for your books, you can get it. For you to understand more what we teach you. You don't expect what we teach you now, you understand everything. That's totally wrong and you're going to fail. Because you are the one going to lose, not us. So please, like this kind of a little bit dry and difficult theory that we discussed, difficult for us to give in detail, please go to Google or your books or your notes to understand better. Definitely, I can tell you, it will benefit you. Yeah? So thank you very much for listening. I hope you can really understand, and whatever I do understand can discuss back in the class also, and ask the lecturer or ask me, no problem. Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.